Hello everyone, my name is Aswin M, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering from King's College of Engineering. In this video, we are going to say about the scope of mechanical engineering in BE 8252 Basic Civil and Mechanical Engineering. In this house, we get to see scope of mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering is the very predominant disciplines in the field of engineering. It has a lot of scopes and it has lot of variety of disciplines. The scopes are as follows: mechanics, production engineering, thermal engineering, mechatronics, design and automobile engineering. In the field of mechanics, there are various streams like engineering mechanics, fluid mechanics and solid mechanics that deals with the engineering materials, fluid mechanics that deals with the mechanism of fluid and the working of fluid, and then finally solid mechanics, it deals with the strength and various properties that can hold by a material. Those things have been handled, those things have been studied in the field of mechanics. After that, production engineering, it is nothing but the manufacturing sector and its new way principles will be discussed in production engineering. In the field of thermal engineering, we have some streams like thermodynamics, thermal engineering, heat and mass transfer, refrigeration and air conditioning AC. Thermodynamics deals with the application of heat. Thermal engineering deals with the application of thermodynamic principles in variety of scales like boilers, industrial IC engines, industrial heat pumps, like that. And the heat and mass transfer deals with the application of heat and mass transferred in a heat reaction or in a thermodynamic reaction that can be studied from heat and mass transfer. And finally, refrigeration and air conditioning that deals with the human comfort made for industrial refrigerators, home domestic refrigerators and commercial air conditioners, personalized air conditioners. Those properties, those working principles and then their calculations will be discussed in refrigeration and air conditioning. And the next step is the next stream, mechatronics. The name itself derives the application of mechanical and electronic devices is called as mechatronics. And then finally, design and automobile engineering. Automobile engineering is nothing but the everyday we used to see about lot of vehicles and lot of automobile things. Those design and their applications and their parameters and their performance evaluation will be calculated from this field. Those things are such an introduction. It can be briefly explained in the upcoming slides. So the contribution of mechanical engineering follows. The first one is optimize minimized energy to use any domestic or industrial application. The second one is reduction of emission. After that, recycling of waste, and then introduction of biodegradables. Biodegradables are nothing but they can be degraded and can be used to other effective uses it involves. And then improving efficiency of a system. Efficiency is nothing but what we are giving as an input and what we have been taking as an output. The ratio of output with input is called as efficiency. When a system is getting good in efficiency, means the system is working in a very good condition. If the efficiency is getting down, means we have to check about the input or output parameters so that we can improve the efficiency of the system. And then newer ways of energy generation. We have a lot of energy generating units like thermal power, hydel power, nuclear power. We need to discover more things because we have a lot of available things, lot of available resources available, but we need to improve new ways to generate optimum electricity without the disturbance of any resources or without polluting environment. Those things are highly important. And then cost effective production. Without production we cannot do anything, but it must be cost effective. After that, cost effective products. If you are cost effective in your production, means the product will also be cost effective. And then saving natural resources. All those production involve some degradation, from deformation, from destroying, but we need to avoid those things. We cannot completely eradicate all those things. We cannot completely eradicate, but we can possibly avoid or we can possibly minimize those natural resources defloration. So that's the important thing. And then meeting demands by automation. Automation is nothing but everything modernized, everything machinized without the human labor, without involving any human risk. So automation must be improved. It must be meeting demands by automation. Cogeneration, waste heat recovery to improve energy utilization. Cogeneration is nothing but if we are running a factory, means In that factory, you need to generate electricity with one of their resources to generate our own electricity. For example, a solar power plant, a solar duct. If you are installing in your building means you have installing at the top of the building, you have installed some solar panels, right? So in the daytime around 12 hours the heat energy will be stored by the solar duct and by the battery. In the evening time that battery have some energy, right? That energy can be utilized by fans or lights. So we can save the electrical energy from the external source. These are the examples for cogeneration and waste heat recovery to improve energy utilization. These things are the important contributions of mechanical engineering that rendered to the society. After that, subdivisions of mechanical engineering. And the first slide we have seen about the various scopes of mechanical engineering. Now we are going to see about subdivisions of mechanical engineering. It is actually just 3, but actually not 3. We have a variety of scope, but predominant things have been discussed here. First one is production engineering, second one is automobile engineering, and third one is energy engineering. We have seen lot of scopes, right? All those scopes coming under those 3 categories, but we are specifically focusing all those things. We need to highlight, right? Highlight those things. First one, production engineering. Production engineering deal with mechanical engineering and manufacturing engineering. Mechanical engineering deal with micro mechanical systems and nano mechanical systems. They are described in terms of minimized work, in terms of minimized mechanical things. And then manufacturing engineering deal with micro manufacturing, molecular manufacturing, precision manufacturing. So micro manufacturing is nothing but reduction of scale, reduction of large scale manufacturing unit into a smaller area. Molecular manufacturing, it deals with the further minimizing of micro manufacturing is called as molecular manufacturing. And the precision manufacturing is nothing but precision. The word precision, you can see the accuracy or the repeatability of a system with the standard size is called as precision. That precision must be taken into an account to produce, to manufacture, or else we can run the manufacturing system with a precision manner is called as precision manufacturing. These are all the types of production engineering. After that, the various techniques used in production engineering are MIS, Management Information System, CAP, Computer Aided Process Planning, CM, Cellular Manufacturing, GT, Group Technology, FMS, Flexible Manufacturing System, Just-in-Time, JIT, and the various manufacturing systems like those techniques have been used in working manufacturing sector to improve the management, to improve the production cycle. The manufacturing various type of systems are available in a manufacturing cell. If you are using a factory means there must be a lot of machines, right? Those machines what will do commonly, industrial unit, a manufacturing sector will have metal casting, powder metallurgy, metal joining, metrology, and material processing. Metal casting is nothing but joining or separation of metals. Powder metallurgy deal with powdered material and its application. Metal joining deals with welding, and then metrology deals with inspection, checking and inspection of the input material and then processed final material. And then material processing deals with the application of various number of technologies to improve the quality of the material is called as material processing. These techniques, these points are covering under the banner of production engineering. After that, automobile engineering. There are various number of classification, various number of units available in automobile engineering. First, it is classified under the purpose of vehicles. Purpose. So, what are the purposes commonly we are using an automobile? It may be a passenger vehicle, goods vehicle, special vehicle. Depending upon the fuel, we can classify an automobile into petrol engines, petrol vehicle, diesel vehicle, electric vehicle. Nowadays, we are also using hybrid vehicles. After that, capacity. What are the capacity we can come under automobile engineering means heavy duty vehicles, light duty vehicles, driving systems. Regarding the driving system, right hand drive, left hand drive, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive. And regarding axle, we have 2 wheel, 3 wheel, 4 wheel, 6 wheel. So how many number of wheel, how many number of axle that supports the vehicle to travel from one area to another area. That is called as an axle. And depending upon the suspension, we used to say it's a conventional, independent. Conventional is nothing but traditional method that can be used from older days, and still we are following some traditional things. Those things are categorized under conventional suspension and then independent. And the final, the next thing is depending upon number of cylinder, single cylinder and multi-cylinder. An example, common example for single cylinder is, normally we are using bikes, two-wheelers, right? All those two-wheelers are running under single cylinder. Likewise, multi-cylinder, the common application is, rather than after bike, without bike, all the automobiles like cars, jeeps, vans, trucks, they are running under multi-cylinder category. And then cylinder arrangement, inline, radial, V head and T head. The cooling method, the engine must be very heat, right? We are riding a vehicle from one area to another area, means there will be a lot of heat due to combustion. That combustion must be temperature, high temperature, that must be bring down to normal thing. For that we need air cooling or water cooling. The given things will be discussed in the upcoming videos within constraint time. We have a lot of examples and we have a lot of images in the given thing, but we are discussing about the scope and the subdivisions. That's why it has been given as point by points. In a separate video we will discuss everything. So we are going to next thing. In terms of automobile, the essential parts of an automobile are engine, cooling system, lubrication system, fuel, ignition, suspension. Engine is the prime mover that moves the vehicle, automobile. And then cooling system, it involves the slowdown of temperature, slowdown of the high temperature of the engine. And then lubrication, it deals with the reduction of wear and tear inside the engine parts, as well as the automobile. Variety of number of automobile parts are available, that must be reduced from wear and tear. That is why we will be using lubrication system. Fuel system is nothing but the supply of fuel inside the engine, and then ignition system is nothing but the firing inside the engine that will help the engine to start. And then suspension system, after moving the vehicle must be perfectly balanced to drive in the road condition, on road condition. For that we use suspension system. After that, energy engineering, the third part is energy engineering. It comes under two category, non-renewable engineering and renewable energy. Non-renewable and renewable energy, the major difference between non-renewable and renewable, that can be seen from the example itself. In the non-renewable energy category, we used to see natural oil, natural gas, coal, nuclear energy. It cannot be resumed and it cannot be recycled. Okay. In terms of renewable energy, we used to see solar energy, hydro energy, wind and wave energy, biomass energy, geothermal energy. Solar energy is nothing but the application of sun. The sun is glowing around 12 hours per day. It can be reused for a long time. After that, hydro energy is nothing but the waves and the energy available from water. And then wind and wave, those are coming from the natural area. It can be renewed day by day and it can be reused day by day. Likewise, biomass, geothermal is nothing but the application of heat. The effective utilization of heat from the underground earth surface. So these things can be renewed. Renew means it can be reused. It can be available abundantly from day to day. We can take it from the earth surface. But at the same time, non-renewable energy deals with the resources that cannot be resumed, that cannot be recycled, that cannot be renewed, is called as non-renewable energy. Natural oil, natural gas, coal, nuclear energy will have limited number of supply. After that period of time, it will not be available to us. It will be disappear from one day. So these things are called as non-renewable and renewable energy. Now the world is moving to renewable energy, because we have lot of manufacturing sectors, already we have lot of biogas units, lot of units that we have running out of fuel. Fuel is the major issue that will be created in the nowadays, the recent decade. So to avoid the fuel rush around the people among the globe, we need to focus only about renewable energy, and the efficient system must be invented depending upon renewable energy. That will be the finest ideas to save the human race in the upcoming fuel demand and the upcoming fuel wars. It can be also extended to wars. So it is a major situation for the engineers to move with the renewable energy. So these topics are coming under energy engineering. Obviously we have completed the scope of mechanical engineering with the lot of various topics and their introduction and their little bit of introduction. Specific videos are available for all those given topics and it will be uploaded shortly. So please like the content, share the content. If you have any suggestions, means please give it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Thank you.